All right. Good morning, everybody. Today, it's the 14th of July. All right. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do a quick review on what we did yesterday. We're gonna check on what we did yesterday. We're gonna check on what we expect today, fundamentally and technically. And basically, what you're gonna do is do some very nice trade setups that can help you see how to navigate the day to day in the markets. Right. I'm your host, Nick Moretti, and I'm going to be hosting this. It's a daily market brief brought to you by Anzo Capital Kenya. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to the charts. Let's jump straight to the charts and let's do this. All right. Looking at what we did, if you look on the screen, what we did yesterday, we were looking for buys above this point. The buys never quite happened. We had a very huge candle. No candle closed above. We had a huge candle closing all the way above this take profit one over here. So that means that we missed the entry over here. And the market rallied over there like the whole day and continued pushing all the way down. What was the best for me and what really worked well for me was these sells. All right. I had to sell a single candle closing below this place where I'd said this is what I said the safe sales. Safe sales were below this point. Aggressive sales were over here. So the safe sales got candle close below very nicely, took in up by SL from this point, take profit and put just above this point, and the market continued push down. And it pushed down very well, all the way to take profit. Boom. Hit, done. Congratulations to everybody that took that trade. And see, it's also still continued we're going down. And right now we're here. So we're gonna see. See, this is how you know that your levels are really good. This is how you know that your structure your ability to spot a structure is really good, because you can see when we were making this analysis, this market had not even come down this place over here. All right, the market had not yet pushed down over here while we were doing this analysis, and you see, even after the market started moving, it still comes up to this point, to the same area that I had spotted as a rejection area, and the market starts getting rejected. So this candle was rejected over here, and mind you that this market found this analysis done. All right. So it's not like I did the analysis after the market moved. No, I did the analysis first, and then the market comes and respects the analysis such that it comes to this level, gets rejected, comes, tries again, tries down, unable, tries, closes above, the next one closes above, and then there's a break above. Push it up. And you can see, even when the market starts to come down, it's still getting rejected around this area. So it means that this is a very legit level over here. So we're gonna be looking at that in a few. For now, let's check on Euro USD. How did the Euro USD fare out yesterday? All right, Euro USD, the buys had it. Look at this. The buys, very nice buys. Very nice buys. Immediately we finished with this candle. This candle pulled up like this. And this is the candle that I was telling you. I wanted to close above this point, fill in this wick, and then you continue pushing on to the upside. And you see, we had this candle closed below, but this next candle closed above. It's a small candle. So I took my buys from this point, stop loss down here, and the market went. Immediately closed the wick, closed the gap, closed this gap, pushed up, and I had told you that this is a very nice range because there's a very clean range on the left. Look at this. Hit. Very nice. And the moment we hit here and I was full of profit, I was out. I mean, didn't even get into it again. So I'm telling, what am I trying to tell you? That these analysis, they make total sense. And it's free. All you just need to do is just to look at them, decide where your entries are. I just give potential areas to buy. Potential areas to buy, potential areas to sell. I don't give signals. We don't give signals. So you get to decide where you want to enter the market from. I just help you to break it down, and it's for educational purposes on my side, basically. Just teaching you how to break it down. All right. Yes. So that was a successful day. Even the sales, even if you took the sales, but the sales this kind of really went down a bit. I didn't take the sales, but the buys, yeah. All right. So thank you and congratulations to everybody that took this market. So what we're gonna do is check on fundamental. Remember today the CPI day? Yeah. I've just sent. You should not miss. I've just sent us a shot explaining how to approach this CPI. You should check on that shot and then come back to this point so that at least we can go on together. All right. Let's check it. So today we have the CPI coming out. This is gonna move the market, and Fed Chair Wash is gonna be speaking. So that's again another banger of the market. It's gonna move the market again. Governor Bailey is gonna be speaking on the GBP at 11 p.m. So hopefully, let's see how things get to roll out. All right. In the meantime, we're gonna remove all the drawings and start a fresh new analysis on this other side. Okay. Dun, dun. We're gonna start our multi-time frame analysis. So today we're starting with Euro USD, then we finish up with gold, and we'll be done. So this is the daily market brief. Every day, 10 a.m. Every day, 10 a.m. is live on YouTube. We're here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. So over here, it's always live every single day. Come rain, come sunshine. It's over there, right? Highs, lows over here. Onto the wicks, weekly chart, identifying the weekly high over here. I choose to pick this one, not because it's the most. Yes, I choose to pick that one. Daily, I choose to pick over here. So I know it seems simple, but when I'm doing this, I analyze the market and people tell me, "Oh, it's easy," but it takes some eyes to see that, you know. It takes some really good eyes. See this? This was broken yesterday. This low over here, broken, very nice, and the market went. And this is where our take profit was yesterday. Then the market now is up over there, testing this area. We want to see if it continues to push to the downside. But as we stand right now, there's a support formed over here on the 4 hours. So we're not going to ignore that support just because we want to get an entry. Because again, we're not. Are we fighting to get an entry? No. Are we forcing the trades? No. Okay. There we go. All right. This is a nice setup, man. This is a really nice setup, to be honest. I'm really loving this. Yeah. So that's where we is. That's where we are. I'm gonna take buys from above this point. But my take profit one is gonna be there, 2 and 3. Sorry. Some cold trying to catch me, and I ain't catchable. I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna catch the flu, man. I'm not gonna catch the flu. All right, so that's what we're gonna be looking at in terms of buy potential buys over here. Remember what I said, I don't give signals. What we do is give you possible scenarios. You get yourself where you want. But you're wise, you're wise. If you know, you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, if you know, you know. Potential sales below here. Down to that point. Good. So I'm gonna be looking at this. I want a no trade range over here. I'm not gonna be trading inside here. I'm gonna be waiting for buys above this point and sales below that point. Let's go to 1 hour to check the view. Yes. So buys above this point, sales below this point. That's gonna be good for me to keep an eye on today on Euro USD. What about on gold? Remove all the drawing on the golds and start a fresh one. Market structure, we're going to be looking at support and resistant areas. Yeah, here we are. We still have this as the monthly high, ever high. We still have this as the monthly low right now. Market seated at the monthly low over here. You will see it makes sense on the on the weekly over here. That's the area over here. See where the market is bouncing? The same area the market bounced in 2025 October. Same area. That's the beauty about technical analysis. You use the previous data to predict where the market may be headed to. On to the next one. All right. So here we go. daily high. It's over here. We go down to 4 hours and see. So we're narrowing it down so that we can get an entry. See where the market is seated right now? It's on a very bad place where the market is seated right now. I'm just gonna adjust the bodies like that. All right, so this is a high we cannot afford to ignore. Sorry, come here. That's a high that we cannot afford to ignore, and this is a low that we cannot afford to ignore over here. We're gonna need to go down to 1 hour. Check out 1 hour, what we got on 1 hour. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I like it. That means we're gonna get an entry over here right now. See where the market is right now? Seated on the 30 minutes high. No, actually tapping 30 minutes high and seated on the 30 minutes high. Low, sorry, not. Well, I can't sit on the high. I only tap the high. All right, there we go. 15 minutes. I'm gonna need a candle to break above this wick for me to get a potential buying opportunity over here. Potential buyers above here. And we're gonna need a sell below this point over here. There's gonna be a potential sells below here. And we're gonna be looking at, there's a lot of noise on the lower side though. But let's see. There's a lot of consolidation and a lot of rejections happening on the lower side. I'm hoping that it goes well. There we go. See that? Very nice. So this is what we're gonna be looking at. All right, looking for potential buys. Literally took the U away and looks like still buys. Depends on how you pronounce it. All right. So potential buys above here, potential sales below this point. So this is what we're going to be looking at. No trade range in between this point. I don't really like the consolidation on the lower side, but let's see. We may get one huge candle pushing all across this noise over here, but let's see how it behaves once the candle closes above this point. Gonna give us a hunch on what to do. So far, gold is above 0.67% this morning, so we're looking at what's gonna be happening. Remember, it's the safe haven currency over here, and with the Strait of Hormuz being closed, Strait of Hormuz controls over 20% of the world's population of oil supply goes through that strait. And if it's closed, once it's closed again, this is the second time, of course, it's closed. Tensions are getting high. People may be looking to jump onto the gold and be like, you know what, I may need to put my money on this because it doesn't fall, it doesn't lose value, you know. Let's see how it behaves as well. We're gonna need to see how oil behaves. Because I know oil as well opened yesterday with a very huge jump because, of course, of the closure of the Hormuz, you know, the demand and supply thingy. Once the demand goes, the supply goes low, the demand goes high. You can see already oil is above 3.18% since the market opened yesterday, and it's still continue to climb up and up and up and up. Let me put a chart on gold. Look at this. Opened up with a gap and it's still pushing up and up and up and up and up. Someone told me this thing is gonna touch the 100, and I'm thinking it can. If yesterday alone it moved from 72 all the way to, not actually 72, because Friday closed over here at 71 and it's all the way to 80, so it's above 3.05% and still going. This is really good. Retailing at $80.37 a barrel right now. So we're gonna see how it's gonna be behaving. All right, so keep an eye on those as well. Gold, Euro USD, oil, if you trade oil, and I know a couple of you that do that. Yep, keep an eye on it. Let's see how it's gonna behave, and see you on to the next one. So this is all for the market brief today by Anzo Capital Kenya. Please subscribe, follow, share this wonderful analysis the way same way we're giving you for free. Give it out over there. Share with your friends. Check it out. If you have any question, please just write it down over there. Any comment, anything you want to say, I'm okay. I'm open with it. Ask any question, whatever the pair you want us to do tomorrow. We're gonna be doing it still. It's open for everybody. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me see you on to the next one. All right. Remember, trade what you see, not what you think. All right. Ciao, everybody. Risk manage your account well, and see you on to the next one. Bye bye. Have a good one, everybody.